Let's look at what happened in the market within the last 24 hours. What has changed? You look at the dollar, you kind of understand the dollar is pushing lower back to the previous trend line resistance region, and now it's trying to make it as a new support. While it tries to do that, we are watching the crypto market doing a little bit of bounce. Now, historically speaking, you need to get a higher low or a double bottom to say we are going back up. When you're below the moving average and you break it the first time, historically speaking, you go back up, retest the moving average, slow back down. That is a possibility for the double bottom scenario. If you break the moving average, that is a good sign. You may retest and bounce. That's a continuation signal. Fine. So in here, you're on a 3-day chart. What does XRP convey you? This is the region which you're watching. Observing this particular region is important as of now because the history says so. Bring up Bitcoin, you see something which you should not neglect. And when you do zoom in on the daily chart, you understand that clearly. When you go on to the total market on a daily, you see we haven't done anything much. We had a bullish engulfing candle. That's perfect. So such an engulfing candle kind of gives you an idea saying, okay, I may retrace and bounce. Let's see if we do that. That's a total crypto market. Pick up Ether. It is showing you such a scenario as well. So what are we exactly going to do? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Keeping the information clear and precise is going to be important from here. Watch the stock market side of the equation. You see, it's neutral. So the price action is showing you it's neutral in the stock market. You go into the crypto market and you clearly see it was greed last month, but then it went on to fear last week. Now it's neutral. So we did not see extreme fear. We were in extreme greed though before we dropped to greed and then to fear. So now you pick up the total altcoin market and you kind of get the narrative. Okay, we are making higher lows consistently. We breached this region once. That's good. That's good. Because when you go back, you kind of get to see this. Oh, yeah, we enter there once, you go back down and then re-enter there. And that's a good season. How do you know? You go on a monthly. You see this? We're still at the bottom. We're just trying to go back up with a double bottom here, with a double bottom here. That kind of a double bottom is common. Now you pick up the yearly. This kind of shows you where you are. You haven't dropped much. A lot of people are scared, but the majority of market is still saying, I'm in this region. I can bounce back up. Now, which asset is showing you that direction? Which of these assets are showing you the opposite? It is important to note that. So right now you're on a Friday here in India, Saturday, Sunday, and it's done. Monday morning, you get a weekly candle close. So the daily, the 3-day, and a weekly is going to give you a candle close within the next 3 days. Now, the daily will show you which direction it's moving. The weekly will clearly argue whether you have a bullish divergence or not. Especially this is important in XRP, especially for us. There's a lot of good news like the ETF filings. A lot of people want new ETFs. And at that time, if you can close the candle like this or at least a little bit above, perfect. That shows you the price went up and closed, but the RSI went low. That's a bullish divergence. Oh, I would like to buy it back there. But usually we know that there is going to be a retest of the lows. The odds of that is in the questions. So when you're here and you see the price doing a retest of the moving average, let's say the price does this and then starting to bounce with a bullish divergence. That around $2.2, okay, that can be a good buy. If you are still looking at this channel and the pattern which we are observing, we'll argue, okay, that fake out to the downside is a good sign that you may go back up to test the resistance in here. That can be the $4 mark. Now, the trouble is, if you align with the history and look for this kind of a pattern, even if you do this, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you may not go back up like this. Trouble is, if you do such a move to the downside, then you're looking for an ABC, which, if it fakes out, is a bad thing. Yeah, you know that. Now, all of this has to be observed as it happens. Do we have the volume? Are we observing an increase in volume? There's a lot of different talks about the ETF coming in. Look at the volume here. They bought in here. They're not buying it here. So they knew this was coming back then, and they used the market and its liquidity to buy more at a lower price point. So when you are looking at this on a simple stat model using the candlestick, you're saying, okay, watch, one candle had this long volatility. The candle close confirmation is in this region. After 3 of those candles, which is like 10 days, 9 days actually, if you're not able to break back above that, you're going to come back down to test that candle close all the wick to the downside. So you have a lot of odds on that side as well. This is exactly why you'll have to look at the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin dominant side to see which direction the market is moving. If the Bitcoin dominance, as you see, is showing you there is negative divergence, that can give you a lot of ideas suggesting, okay, we may actually see this as an ABC. We talked about it while we were going up here. Yeah. Then the next 1, 2, 3 leg, which can be the truth in here. Yeah. The alt season may happen like that. But how many of these alts are going to join? If XRP makes a bullish divergence on a weekly, it is going to join the party and do another 5, 6, 7x. That's perfect. If you manage to pick the top, this is going to be a great option for you to buy. Anyway, it shows you a bottom. But you have to understand that's the bottom, at least. If you are not caring about the short-term volatilities, now what you abide by is what's confirmed. As of now, what's confirmed is the negative divergence. One for sure. To the upside, you see that. And what's building up is bullish divergence, which historically gives the base for the next big run up. And let's see if that is the case in here too. So now you look at the XLM, which is a competitor in the force. It is still abiding by the pattern structure. Now it's not showing you a negative divergence. So this is a bull flag in XLM, which is great. You look at Ether, it's still holding on to the trend line. You look at a lot of different assets. Say you go on the memcoin side, you pick up Doge. What do you see? Yeah, the ABC structure is confirmed, which is kind of a good thing to see. The ABC, we reached that region. Now what? Yeah, you can do a restructure, retest like this, and then go back up. This is a possibility there too. So the assets which didn't actually show you a negative divergence and the assets which are showing you a monthly continuation to the upside kind of gives you a lot of information saying I'm trending up, yeah, and the retest and a bounce can be big. So if you are holding on to these kind of assets, then think about this. When you are going up and getting the negative divergence, that is the region where you scale out. If you do not have negative divergence, that's not the region where you scale out. And once you get a confirmed bullish divergence, it's a good news for you. So on a 3-day, if you're willing to buy XRP back, this is not a bad price. So all that you're looking at is for a short-term movement. Now, how many of you are willing to bet on the short term rather than the long term? So the weekly chart giving you the idea of a bullish divergence confirmation is going to be a best thing. 1. 2, the trend line breaking to the upside here is going to be a confirmation if you're a pattern guy. If you're a price structure guy, a 3-day candle close, which is going to come in just 23 hours from now, if it closes about $2.6, that's another confirmation of you may go back up. So there is a lot happening. but understand a lower high is going to be dangerous. So follow the market, follow the updates. If you're in the SI family, you're already watching all of these updates without misjudging the market. You're trying to focus on what's happening on the macro side of the equation and then participate in it with a lower risk tolerance. So if you received value, smash the like button. I'll meet you guys in the next video. Bye for now.